Muscle-building steroids don't work equally, and pretending they do is how people get hurt. This is every muscle-building steroid ranked and explained. And we're breaking down compounds actually known to build and refine muscle, along with those that demand the highest price for their power. Rank 1. Anavar sits at rank 1 because it offers the highest level of control with the lowest chaos. It's the compound people use when they want muscle to show up without everything else going sideways. Anavar promotes lean gains by increasing protein synthesis and nitrogen retention, but it does it without aggressively converting into estrogen. That means minimal water retention, very low risk of gyno, and a dry, clean look that actually reflects your training. This is why it's popular during cutting phases and why beginners gravitate toward it. You can miss a meal, skip one cardio session, and Anavar won't punish you for it. Strength increases are real but not reckless. Recovery improves, and muscles look tighter rather than inflated. It's also favored by physique-focused lifters who care more about aesthetics than moving the earth off the floor. Think of Anavar as training with bumpers instead of no spotter. Still effective, just smarter. Gentle starters hide surprises when speed enters the equation. Rank 2. Winstrol earns rank 2 because it shifts the focus from size to output. This is a performance compound first, muscle compound second. It increases protein synthesis and nitrogen retention while also boosting red blood cell efficiency, which translates into better oxygen delivery and faster recovery between hard efforts. The result is dry strength, sharper explosiveness, and an endurance edge that shows up in sprints, circuits, and high-intensity training. That's why it's popular with athletes who care about speed, power, and conditioning rather than pure mass. Winstrol doesn't aromatize into estrogen, so muscles stay hard and defined with no watery blur. The trade-off is cost. Joint discomfort can creep in because there's no cushioning, water retention, and liver stress is real, especially with oral use. Winstrol rewards precision but punishes recklessness. Run it sloppily, and your elbows will remind you mid-workout. Power feels sharper, but now density demands more. Rank 3. Masteron ranks third because it dominates one specific lane, cosmetic muscle quality. This is the compound lifters reach for when size is already built, and refinement becomes the goal. Masteron binds strongly to androgen receptors without converting into estrogen, which means zero water retention and a noticeably harder, denser look. Muscles appear tighter, more separated, and visually finished, especially at lower body fat levels. It also exhibits mild anti-estrogenic behavior, helping keep estrogen-related side effects under control when stacked with other compounds. Strength gains are modest, but muscle preservation during calorie deficits is excellent. That's why Masteron shines in cutting phases and contest prep rather than bulking cycles. It doesn't inflate muscle, it sharpens it. Think of Masteron like turning up contrast on a photo. Nothing new is added, but everything you already built suddenly looks far more serious. Once the definition peaks, slow and steady growth starts to take over. Rank 4. Equipoise earns its spot as the quiet builder of the steroid lineup. Nothing about it is fast or flashy, and that's exactly the point. With its long ester and extended half-life, EQ delivers slow, patience-based muscle growth that accumulates over time instead of hitting in dramatic spikes. Protein synthesis and nitrogen retention rise steadily, allowing lean mass to build without excessive water retention. One of its most noticeable effects is increased red blood cell production, which improves endurance and recovery, making long, brutal training sessions feel more manageable. Appetite stimulation is another key benefit, especially for lifters who struggle to eat enough to grow. EQ doesn't scream results week 1, but by week 10, the difference is undeniable. Strength climbs gradually, muscles look fuller and denser, and joints usually feel supported. Equipoise is for lifters who play the long game and trust consistency over chaos. The patience pays off, yet recovery and structure become essential next. Rank 5. Deca Durabolin ranks 5th because its true value isn't just muscle, it's durability. While it does enhance protein synthesis and nitrogen retention like other anabolics, Deca's standout effect is collagen synthesis. This strengthens connective tissue, tendons, and joints, making heavy training more sustainable over time. Many lifters notice reduced joint pain and improved recovery, which allows them to push harder without breaking down as quickly. Muscle gains come steadily, often accompanied by a fuller, denser look, due to intracellular water retention rather than surface bloat. That said, Deca carries real hormonal risks. Testosterone suppression is significant, and libido issues are common if it's mismanaged or run without proper support. This isn't a reckless mass gainer, it's a longevity compound. Deca rewards disciplined lifters who prioritize staying strong, pain-free, and under the bar for years, not just one cycle. This makes the joints feel strong, but nothing moves without a stable foundation. Rank 6. Testosterone ranks 6th. Not because it's weak, but because it's fundamental. Every anabolic steroid on this list works by copying, modifying, or amplifying what testosterone already does naturally. Without it, most cycles fall apart. Testosterone binds to androgen receptors and drives protein synthesis, muscle repair, strength increases, and recovery in a balanced, predictable way. It also supports red blood cell production, mood, libido, and overall training performance. The reason it isn't ranked higher is control. Testosterone brings estrogen into the equation through aromatization, which means water retention, bloating, or gynecomastia can appear if estrogen isn't managed properly. But when dialed in, testosterone acts like the glue that holds everything together. Most advanced stacks rely on it as a base because it stabilizes performance and supports other compounds. Simple doesn't mean replaceable. Testosterone is the anchor that keeps the entire system functioning. Now that the anchor is solid, explosive gains wait just ahead. Rank 7. Anadrol sits at rank 7 because nothing builds size faster or at a higher cost. This is the definition of a shock compound. Strength skyrockets, body weight jumps rapidly, and muscles inflate with fullness in a matter of weeks. Originally designed to treat anemia, Anadrol dramatically increases red blood cell production, flooding muscles with oxygen and energy. Heavy lifts feel lighter, endurance spikes, and recovery speeds up fast. The trade-off is brutal. Blood pressure often climbs, water retention is significant, and liver toxicity is among the highest of any oral steroid. Appetite loss, headaches, and lethargy are common if dosing isn't tight. Anadrol isn't meant to be run long-term or casually. It's a short-term tool used to blast through plateaus or kickstart mass phases. Massive results, massive consequences. This compound demands respect. With this, mass skyrockets fast, but ultimate power carries a price. Rank 8. Trenbolone earns the final boss spot because nothing else reshapes the body this aggressively. It doesn't just add muscle, it rewires how nutrients are used. Calories get pulled toward muscle instead of fat, protein synthesis spikes, and muscle density climbs fast. Even while cutting, users often look bigger, harder, and leaner at the same time, which feels unfair in the gym mirror. Tren also suppresses cortisol, reducing muscle breakdown under brutal training. The cost is steep. Cardiovascular strain increases, sleep can fall apart, night sweats are common, and mental sides like irritability or anxiety catch many off guard. Conditioning and diet precision stop being optional. This isn't a casual compound or a first experiment. Tren delivers the highest reward on the list, but it demands the highest respect. When misused, it humbles fast. When managed carefully, it transforms physiques like nothing else. When top-tier rewards arrive, it's respect and caution that keep you alive. Which steroid fits your goals, and are you ready to take it on? Let us know in the comments.